Okay, I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I haven't done it because I'm a little bit shy about talking about stereo equipment, which is weird because my most popular video on YouTube is actually one about stereos. But I don't do YouTube to get views. I do it when I'm fascinated with something. So this is something I'm fascinated with and I want to share it. I have a lot of vintage stereos. I mean, a lot. And, well, 15 to 20 probably. I'll tell you the story behind this. I was hanging out with my wife and I had to go help a family member to clean up their home before they moved. It was like cleaning out a bunch of old barns or at least outhouses, I guess. This thing, they told me, oh, I heard you collect vintage stereos, This is sitting out there. If you want it, you can have it, but it's on the garbage pile. You'll have to go get it. Let me set up the light here a little bit. So I went out to the junk pile, and it was sitting up on its side. So it was like this. And I noticed it was raining out, and my first thought was, well, I better get this baby out and check it out. And it was a little damp, but not too bad. I assumed it was just toast. The smartest thing I could do was what I did, which was I took it home, I stuck it on a bottom shelf and left it there for a year. Actually, 2 years. Didn't touch it or plug it in. The reason for this is because if you plug in a stereo that might be damp, even though it wasn't that wet, it could just blow a circuit. Anything can happen. So let me show you what this thing is. It's a Sansui QRX-5500A. It's a quadraphonic receiver. And I plugged it in the other day and I started using it. And it's so gorgeous. I'm a stereo nerd, but I'm not a guy who's going to give you all these specs and watts per channel and this is the harmonic distortion of zero point 0.2 or whatever it might be. I don't care about that. I really don't. The reason being is because I'm past that bullshit. I consider myself a guy who listens to stereos and I say, well, do I like it or not like it? And I love this thing. It's absolutely amazing. I mean, one of the greatest things about stereos like this is the fact that it has. Let's see if I can actually rewind this album here a little bit. But this is a album we made, my brother and Sam and I. But now this is turned up to like 2. It's nothing. But this is the level set. And it has amazing sound. I mean, even being wet, being old, the knobs are perfect, the treble. It's got a front and rear adjustment. So this is the front speakers and then the back speakers, treble and bass. Then it's got the speaker selection. So I have 8 speakers down here, some Yamahas. And then B speakers are these. These are Big Venturi, I think they're A52s or something. I can't recall the actual name of them. But, wait, they're V820s, actually. Yeah. Yeah, they're Venturi V820s. They sound really good. So, I'm not here for the music, but I wanted to show you the meters. So you can turn the level input down to where it's just below red. Turn that up a little bit. And then you can adjust the volume to where you want it. And I'm not going to like drown you out because it's loud. The beautiful thing over here is that it has, this is awesome because I love record players. It has 2 phono inputs, 2 auxiliary inputs, I think. We'll get to that, but like for example, turn it to FM stereo. Let's see what we got here. So we've got phono 2, phono 1, FM, AM, and then auxiliary and auxiliary 2. And all of these, channels seem to be working fine. And as you can see, there's a beautiful reflection there in the glass. So it has a balance, which is really nice because it's It's got left and right, obviously. Then it's got the back and front, which I don't have any for the back. Then it's got the back left and right. It's got the speaker selection, high and low filters for both front and back. And this is the coolest thing, the function. It's got surround sound. It's got a bunch of different types. And no matter what you turn it to, you're going to get a lot of different variety. And I noticed that the level comes on here only when I turn it on to a certain setting. So I'm still trying to figure this thing out. But we're going to move to the back here. I'd like to point out one thing, and this is why I thought it was totally messed up. I noticed that the top of this was peeling, and I thought that, oh, that's because it's wet, it's been soaked, it's screwed. I found one for sale online for like 650 bucks that had the same screwed up thing, so I don't think it was really wet. I honestly don't think it sat out in the water. He said it was just for like a half a day, and I'll show you why. Look at the back. It's fucking perfect. You've got an auxiliary inputs, the two tape inputs, the play. I mean, you've got everything. And then over here, the two phono inputs. Everything's well taken care of. Well-oiled machine here. It's even got a little heat dissipation bar, which, well, damn, that baby's working hard, even though it's low. And then right here is the beauty, you know. I mean, that's 8 speakers. So you've got 2 fronts, 2 backs, and then 2 fronts, 2 backs. A left and right. These are gorgeous. Absolutely love old receivers like this. I mean, I have down here, eventually I'm going to do a video about this, but I have an old Pioneer SX737 and a Marantz right here. Model 4415, I think, or 4413. But anyhow, and one of my beauties, the Akai reel-to-reel. Absolutely love this thing. It's an X150D. And this, you know, I have James Brown, some old school original recordings on here. Wait, not James Brown, I'm sorry. Miles Davis. And then I have my old band recorded on a bunch of these. So, you know, I'm a big fan of music. What can I say? I want to collect as much of this crap as I can. I still use an old Boss BR1180 recorder, 8-track, for making music. My neighbor, Justin, gave me this last year. Kauai FS750, a beautiful keyboard. And a case, a metal case that came along with it. So, yeah, I have a lot of stuff. I'm a musician, and I haven't played